Welcome to this Bennetts British Superbike Round 6 Datatag Extreme Qualifying Post-Qualifying Press Conference. Congratulations to the top three. You'll be on the front row for tomorrow's first race. Starting with you, Jake Dixon. Jake, you nicked a front row position, I don't know if you know, by 1,000th of a second. But it's got to be good to be on the front row.
Yeah, definitely. I see my board and I was in 5th and I was like, oh, wow, I'm already on the limit. And I just had to like bite the screen, like I was just saying to Josh, and just man up and get on with it. But yeah, we've just been, I'd say, struggled a little bit in qualifying, but no excuses. These boys rode great, and I'm not saying I could go as fast as them, but yeah, I feel like I've done a good job to get onto the front row, and I'm happy with that. And I've done my work through practice for the race, and I'm doing what you did. I know where I'm at with the race pace, and I think it's pretty strong. So if I can come away with 2 solid podiums, I think that'd be really good.
Congratulations, yet another front row.
Cheers, thank you.
Good luck for tomorrow. Turning to McCann's Yamaha, Josh Brooks. And Josh, familiar place for you here at Brands on the front row, but important to start from there for tomorrow.
Yeah, extremely important. You know, it's good to obviously have the speed to put ourselves on the front row, but it's extremely important for our racers to be starting off the front. And you know, I felt like we did a good job. You know, the practice hasn't just gone as perfectly as we'd liked. We've tried a few things and kind of gone a little bit forward and then a little bit back. And you know, we were not worried before qualifying, but you know, there was some concern that, you know, we wouldn't have the speed that we were expecting. You know, and I was just saying there that, you know, I've done a 24.8 in race conditions. You know, full tank. It's a lot harder to ride the bike at the start of the race, and then when the fuel load goes down, your tyres are past their best, you know. So for us to only be in the high 24s today seems like we're all a bit slow, you know, but I think it must be due to the temperature. You know, that just must be it. So because the bike feels, you know, in qualifying, you know, we kind of put the package together the best we've had this weekend, and the bike feels like it's stopping good, it feels like it's turning okay, but yeah, it just seems to be spinning the tyre and not making the grip that we're used to having here. So, and on top of that, for some reason, my quick shifter stopped working in the first outing of qualifying, and we changed the ECU setting, thinking it was a fault with the setting, and then went out for Q2 and it was still there. So we mechanically changed the unit on the bike and went out for 3 and it was still there. So there's still an underlying problem, but you know, the guys we work with are clever. They'll figure it out.
I'm sure they will. You're clever too. We'll see you on the race tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Josh Brooks for McCann's Yamaha. And first ever qualifying pole position for BYD Ducati and Glenn Irwin. Glenn, got to be absolutely chuffed with that.
Yeah, really happy with it. You know, we started the weekend FP1. We were, you know, really strong for being so early in the weekend, and you know, the lap times were coming off no matter what lap we were on of an old tyre. So we had a plan for FP2, which then became wet. We went out and, you know, scrubbed in some pads and had a little bit of fun. I was riding around with Jake and watched him nearly high-side himself on corner enter at the last corner, and I was actually on the front brake as we were like accelerating out of clearways. So the boys were giving me the in sign on the board for 5 laps, and I ignored it. So I was having a lot of fun. But the change we wanted to try, then we tried for FP3, and in theory it should give us something and not change anything. But it was not for me. I'm not saying it's not good, but maybe for another track it would be awesome. But yeah, I really struggled earlier, and I thought, was yesterday just one of them days where I clicked, and maybe today isn't. But we went back to what we know, back to exactly how we ruled out yesterday morning, and fine-tuned it. You know, as the guys know, you got to do a 24 to take pole here, and you know, the lower the better. And after Q2, there was 2 areas where I knew that we needed something, and I'm trying to tell them what the bike's doing, and they're asking me, do you think it's deep? And I'm like, I don't want to tell you, because if I say the wrong thing, we ain't going to take pole position. And fair play to the boys. You know, John Mowatt's back in my side of the garage this weekend as a mechanic. He's my ex-crew chief. So, you know, I had him and Ryan, my current crew chief, and Phil Borley, my data guy, and they came up with the goods. And to be honest, the bike was faultless. So I got to thank the PBM team, and congrats to these 2 guys as well, because it is warm and greasy out there, and I think they were good lap times given the conditions.